Hi, we're the Abbies. Our coaches are Blair, Tony, and Peter. My name is Damien, and I play left field. Damien Whitehead, and I play left field.
I'm Kyle Tom, and I play shortstop.
I'm John Power, and I play 1B. I'm Andrew Fung, and I play catcher.
I'm Radesh Chand, and I play center field.
I'm Chris Walker, and I play right field / third base.
I'm Cale Shapera, and I play pitcher.
I'm Kevin Chou, and I play third base.
I'm Billy Sanchin, and I play right field.
I'm James Power, and I play second base.
Team PMBA, Nozzi, Ron Klassen, and Desmond Kwan, Rory Lizuain, right field.
My name is Shrubb, and I play left field.
My name's Padilla. I play catcher.
My name's Ben. I play second base and center field.
My name's Steven Klassen, and I'm the closing pitcher.
My name's Chris Klassen. I play second base and pitcher.
My name's Garrett Ridgeway, and I play first base.
My name's Aaron Reed, and I play third base.
My name's Adrian Deo, and I play shortstop.
Hi, this is Ken Armstrong, live from Riley Park Baseball. We are here to broadcast the game, championship game from the Majors Division. PMBA regular season champion playing Abbies. Abbies have won the coin toss, and they'll be batting last. Well, we're just about to start the game. Starting lineup for Abbies. Pitching, Cale Shapera. Catching, Andrew Funk. At third base is Kevin Chou. Shortstop is Kyle Tom. Second base is James Power. And at first base, older brother John. The outfield in left field is Damien Whitehead. Center field is Radesh Chand. And the right fielder is Chris Walker. The coaches and managers are meeting with the umpire, and we should be ready to go any minute now. Ball's in, 2 more. Okay, 1 more, and the ball's going down to second base, and we're ready to play ball. Leading off for PMBA will be number 7, Steve Klassen, second-year player. This is a starting catcher and likely closing pitcher for PMBA. Steve's a good little player. He's played All-Stars for 2 years straight, and this will likely be his 3rd year. He's an All-Star. He's a pitcher, catcher, and he'll play middle infield as well. Steve steps in and we're playing. First pitch high, ball 1. That pitch was quite a bit high actually, probably about 1.5 foot high of the strike zone. Second pitch is in the zone, ground ball to James Power over at second to John, his brother, for an out. First out of the game. Hitting second for PMBA is Ben Eakin, and he's stepping in. Swings at the first pitch, high fastball, fouls it off, straight back. Second pitch was a hook, and he got him. 0-2. It's a good looking hook from Shapera. Fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 looking. Around the horn goes Abbies. It's a promising start to the game for Abbies, 2 up, 2 down. Stepping up to the plate now, it's Adrian Deo, 11-year-old player in his 2nd season in the majors. Played All-Stars for the 9-10-year-old All-Star team last year and was stellar. He fouls off the first pitch, up and in fastball, fouls it out of play, 0-1. That was a breaking pitch of some sort outside, 1-1. After that erratic first pitch, Cale certainly regained his control here. Curveball hit up the middle, back to the pitcher, and they make the out, 3 up, 3 down inning. That's a promising start for Abbies. PMBA has taken the field for their warm-ups. Starting pitcher is number 5, Chris Klassen, the younger Klassen. Catching is 7, the older Klassen. Third base is Luis Padilla. And actually it looks like Steve Klassen's playing short. Adrian Deo playing second. Rory Krantz is over at left field. Ben Eakin in center. And Chou, I believe, is the right fielder. Leaves probably Grant Ridgeway as the catcher. Balls are in and we're about ready to play ball. Leading off for Abbies is the catcher Andrew Funk. Andrew's a classic leadoff hitter. He hits for good average. He's got a lot of speed. Fouls the first ball back, and that ball seems to be pretty securely stuck in the tree behind home plate. Andrew lays down the bunt, gets it out to the mound, and no play. Leadoff base hit for Abbies to get it going. Batting second, the pitcher is Cale Shapera. First pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Didn't seem like there was anything on. This would have been a good situation to have Andrew perhaps try and steal a base. Strike 2 on a beautiful curveball that broke towards the batter from Chris Klassen. 0-2. Strike 3 swinging, runners going on a, scored a pass ball, I guess, was in the feet of the catcher. And we've managed to get the catcher as Luis Padilla, which makes the third baseman, I suppose, Aaron Reed. So excellent scouting in advance done by the play-by-play, as you can tell. Stepping up to the plate now is 19, John Power. Looks at strike 1. Andrew takes a big lead off first and he's back to the bag. Counts 1-1. Foul ball on an outside pitch, probably across the strike zone. 1-2. This is an interesting matchup. It's a rematch of last year's final. Abbies was a young team last year and had a rough regular season, but upset the regular season championships and beat PMBA in the championship game. And another outside pitch. Runner's not going anywhere. I got by the catcher. Now, it could have been an opportunity for advancing on a wild pitch, but you got to play it safe. Still only 1 out. Another foul ball. I'll tell you what, John's certainly battling in there, fouling off those tough pitches around the edge of the strike zone, waiting for his pitch. And that was just a bit outside, or perhaps just a bit high. Didn't miss by much, but John did well to lay off at full count. Ball 4. Andrew takes a huge lead, but he's not going anywhere. We got 1 out. Runners on first and second. Batting for Abbies, Kyle Tom. Cleanup hitter and the starting shortstop. That pitch was, as they say, just a bit inside behind the batter. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. Count 1-0. Chou's bunt, pulls back. They were just trying to get PMBA to expose their defense. To be frank, it didn't really work. PMBA's defense didn't react to the show. And that's well hit to center field. Then Eakin back. Andrew Funk tags, throws cut off. Runner scores uncontested, and John moves up to third, sacrifice fly for the cleanup hitter. Now there's 2 away with a runner on third base. And number 5, Radesh Chand, the center fielder, now batting. He shows a drag bunt, fouls it off. Interesting call by the coach if that was called. 2 down. And he gets the bunt down this time, and they get the out. It's 3 out, the run doesn't score. It's the umpiring crew behind the plate, David Friedland. First base is Mahendra Kumar. Second base, Richard Penn. He's the gentleman whose back you keep looking at. And over at third base, Riley Wilson Sr.
And the scorekeepers are?
I'd like to give a special mention to a couple of my players. William O'Brien and Callum Kingwell out here with your production staff, manning the scoreboard. We've got a couple other guys out here too, but they're not worthy of mention. Anyways, batter steps up for PMBA, and here's the pitch. Swinging first pitch, fouled sharply into the first base screen. Probably a fastball on the pitch. Good looking pitch, good looking swing. Swinging at a curveball on the outside part of the plate, 0-2. And that pitch was just a bit outside, just a bit up. And Grant Ridgeway, the batter, looking at ball 1-2. Bit high, 2-2. Ooh.
There's a line.
Chris Klassen just at bat, flied out to the shortstop, I think, got that play. It was a nice catch, nice hit on a nice pitch, but unfortunately not quite enough distance on it. And now Aaron Reed stepping up to the plate. Ball 1 just a bit high. Strike one, fastball right down the can, really. Well, that one looked even easier to swing at. This counts 1 and 2. Struck out looking on another curveball. That's 3 up, 3 down, PMBA. Bottom of the second, Chris Walker leading off for Abbies, batting left-handed. Called strike one. A foul ball to the left side of the field on the second pitch, 0-2 to Chris Walker. Nice strike three swing. It's always good to go down swinging. And it's 1 out for PMBA. And kid I called 2, James Power, JP2, up to bat now. First pitch, ball 1. Swinging at the second pitch, fouled back into the kite-eating tree. Counts 1-1. Count 2-1 on that pitch. And well hit fly ball to left field into second base. It's a nice little single for the batter there. Now batting should be Kevin Chou, the third baseman. Show and bunt. The ball gets by the catcher. James standing on second base. He's being called back for a leadoff. Little League rules hold that you can't leave your base till after the pitch crosses the plate. Counts 1-1 to Kevin. Shows bunt again. James is stealing and throws a little bit offline. He's in safe with a stolen base. It's a nice story here. James is a 9-year-old, or sorry, excuse me, a 10-year-old, as is the pitcher Chris Klassen. Both those boys are going to make the 9-10-year-old All-Star team this year. It's nice to see both of them doing well in the majors. Batter still shows bunt. Counts 2-2. 2 strikes on the batter. They'll probably take the bunt off. A bunt foul on 2 strikes is a strikeout. He swings away, strikes out, 2 away. Now batting is Mr. Whitehead, the left fielder for Abbies. And he swings at a breaking pitch of some sort or another. Strike 1. And it's 1-1 now. The pitch was just a bit outside. Two and 1. Strike 2, bit of a curveball there. Good looking pitch on the outside part of the plate. 2 and 2. Bit high, full count. Be interested to see what Chris comes back with now. With 3 strikes, you can't afford to be too fine. On the other hand, you don't want to leave it hanging up there like a beach ball. Comes in with a fastball just a little bit low and walks him. Bringing Andrew back up. This is a critical opportunity for Abbies. There's a couple of RBIs on base. Top of their order, now batting. Good opportunity to cash some runs in. And there's a line drive to the center right gap. Should score at least 1. James is being waved home, and Damien's being held up at third. It's a RBI double for Andrew. Time called. It seems to be that young Damien may have hurt his ankle sliding into third, or maybe he jammed it not sliding into third. Coaches Blair and Peter out to check this out. He'll stretch it out and he looks fine. Cale Shapera batting, couple RBIs out there. Showing a bunt. Pitch in for a strike. Ball in the dirt, 1 and 1. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Picks it up in plenty of time. So that's 1 run in for Abbies. Final score, or not the final score, the score after 2 innings, 2-0 for Abbies. All right, we're back. Left-handed batter, looks like Luis Padilla batting for PMBA. Oh, he's just psyching me out. He's a right-handed batter.
But is he gonna field right now?
Cale Shapera still pitching for Abbies. See how long coach keeps him in the first couple of games of the first round. They did use a rotation of 2 innings for each of 3 pitchers. Count currently 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. Strike 1. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Caught the outside corner, 2-2. Pitcher's count. And strike 3 with a bit of a breaking pitch of some sort. Probably a straight curve. 1 out. Batting for PMBA now is the right fielder Rory Krantz. Bit outside. Catcher did a heck of a job trying to frame that for the umpire, but the umpire wasn't prepared to bite. Bit inside that one. 2-0. Pitcher's not missing by much here. And a strike swung at. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Fouled back. On the inside corner, this time called, 2-2. Well, you can't question the coach for not pulling Cale. He's sure doing his job. Strike 3 swinging. Two up, 2 down. Ball 1 must have been a bit outside. Swinging at a pitch that would have been a strike anyways, 1-1. Another pitch swung at, 1-2. On the outside corner, called strike 3, 3 up, 3 down, all on strikeouts. Very efficient inning for Cale. Couple of defensive changes for PMBA. Now pitching Steve Klassen. Chris Klassen over to second base. Adrian Deo is now at short. Batter steps in. Takes a look at ball 1. Should be John Power at bat. And he hits a long can of corn out to the center fielder for the out. Good little poke, good little catch by the center fielder. Bringing Kyle Tom back up to bat. You'll recall in his last at bat, Kyle had a nice sharp fly ball for a sacrifice fly. Got an RBI out of the deal. Counts 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Tom. Just a bit outside, 3-0. There is a sharp hit to the gap, or right in front of the right fielder. Kyle's digging for two. There's the play, but the throw's not quite in time. In for a double. Good wheels by number 13. This brings Radesh up to bat for the second time of the game. And he looks at ball one. Snap throw back to the bag at second, trying to catch the runner leading off, but he was back in time. And late swing, foul ball. Looks like it counts 1-1. Ooh, Radesh just about nailed assistant coach for PMBA Desmond Kwan with that foul ball. And Radesh finally straightens one out, bouncer past the infield to the right fielder, cashes in the run, and he ends up getting a double out of it. Overthrow at second. I'll score that a double and advancing one base on an error. Another tapper. Over to first for the out. Well, that's a sacrifice hit nonetheless for Chris Walker as he cashed in Radesh. Base is empty now. It's number 12, James Powers, up to bat. And he shows bunt. And whether or not he was going to bunt, we don't know, but either way, it unrattled the pitcher a bit. Ball one. Bunt was taken off there. Ball low, 2-0. James swinging there, 2-0, foul ball, counts 2-1. That was a good little pitch by Steve Klassen. Fooled James a little bit. Evens the count up at 2-2. That was a good pitch and it was a good swing and good contact by the batter. Just foul it off, keep himself alive. There's a fly ball, foul ball, out of play. Excuse me, not out of play, off the glove of the first baseman. Right against the fence, a tough play to make. James is doing a heck of a job to stay alive here. And he straightens that one out, and it could fall. Oh, outstanding catch by young Chris Klassen. Robs poor James Powers of the hit. That retires the side. Should have said the score after 3 complete. So far, 4-0 for Abbies. And Coach Shapera still continuing to ride the strong, hot pitching of 11, Cale Shapera. And umpires calling time. We need to get a first base coach out of there. One of those little arcane rules of Little League. The rule book specifically provides that you must have a first and third base coach. So PMBA gives a helmet to one of their players, says go out and coach first base, and there you go. PMBA is now at the top of their order, which means that so far young Shapera has been perfect. This young Steve Klassen shows bunt there, but the pitch is inside and he pulls back. Ball high, 2-0. Well, Steve Klassen showing considerable patience and judgment at the plate. Works the count to 3-0. 4-pitch walk. Infamous Little League play, the shoelace timeout here, folks. One of the differences between this division and the younger age divisions is that at least in this division the players can tie their own shoelaces up. And there's a good pitch by the pitcher. Strike 1 on the outside corner. And basically the same location, lined right to the glove of the first baseman for the out. Smart play by the base runner not to get doubled off. Those line drives can be tempting. Adrian Deo, the 3-hole hitter, hitting third this inning. Just a bit outside, ball 1. Chopper into short. Plake tries to make the play at second base, but not quite in time. We'll score that a fielder's choice on the batter in any event. Show and bunt, pulling it back, called strike in any event. Just a bit inside. 1-1. Caught the outside corner of the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher definitely ahead of this batter. Well, Steve Klassen took off on the wild pitch there. Catcher scooped it up, fired it down to third. Unfortunately, got by the third baseman, and both runners scored on the overthrow. However, there was a strikeout on the play. 2 down, bases empty. Strike 1 to the batter, 0-1. Good looking pitch too by 11. Chris Klassen bunts it off foul. 0-2. He'll be hitting away now. 2 strikes against him. Cale takes advantage of the count, wastes one inside, didn't fool the batter. 1-2. Trying to mix up the batter, goes just a little bit outside, a little bit too much outside. Unfortunately, 2-2. And strike three swinging by Chris Klassen. That was a good pitch to swing at. That was an even better pitch in the first place. Got him. Now Steve Klassen continuing to pitch for PMBA. Batter shows bunt. Gets it down. Aaron in and got him. That's a heck of a fielding play. That was close, but close enough, and they got him. That's efficient pitching, folks. One pitch, one out. Oh, swinging at a probable ball. Strike 0-1. Got a piece of it though. Another strike. Counts two balls, two strikes. And down he goes. Oh, ground ball up the middle by Mr. Whitehead. Scooped up by Adrian Deo, and he gets the play at 1. 3 up, 3 down for PMBA. Little League rules require that you make substitutions after the 3rd inning, and we've managed to figure out that Abbies have put Billy St. John in to play right field. He'd be in most likely for Chris Walker. No pitching changes though. Cale's continuing to throw well. He's got the lead and no point in taking him out yet. Big wave of the hand from umpire Richard Penn, former president of the league and current vice president. Batter lays down a pretty good bunt, but the defensive rotation was there and they get the out. Cale continuing to throw well. First pitch just maybe a little bit outside, I guess there. Ball one, looks like. Curveball in the inside corner. That was a good looking curve by Cale. Evens up the count at 1-1. Counts 1-2. After that, another called strike. Bit inside. Cale certainly learned how to use the count to his advantage. He's not throwing hittable pitches when he's ahead. And right down the can. Strike three. Looks like big Rory up to bat. This kid had a bit of a thrill today, actually. Vancouver Canadians are practicing across the street, and Rory's an Hispanic kid. He was chatting with one of the players in Spanish and made a bit of a connection, and it really, I think, made his day. In the meantime, he's showing some patience up there, and he seems to be a count. That's a 4-pitch walk for the batter. Abby's got the old hidden ball trick going on, but someone, either the batter or the coaches, are onto it, and Rory's not going anywhere. So, ball one to the batter, Riley. There is a strike, 1-1. And Rory's advancing down to second base on the, we'll call it a wild pitch, I guess. It's an interesting bit of coaching by PMBA. They have one of the smallest guys on their team batting immediately after one of the biggest guys on their team. Makes it tough for the pitcher to find the strike zone on that little guy after having had so much to work on. But he found it on that one, 1-1, as PMBA takes their offensive timeout for this inning. Another one of the pedantic Little League rules is you're allowed one offensive timeout per inning, and that's it. Well, Cale threw a bit of an outside pitch, hoping to bait the batter there with 2-2. Batter didn't swing, full count. And comes back with a good pitch. Batter, best he can do with it is foul it off. Count remains 3-2. Ooh, right down the can for strike three, and that's the inning. Oh, we've just been informed there's no defensive subs for PMBA. They're playing with a 9-person roster. That's a great opportunity for all the players of PMBA. Get a full game in, that's always fun. That's the pitcher in there batting for Abbies, Cale Shapera. Looks at strike one. Interesting thing about Little League is, unlike real ball or real Major League ball, pitchers tend to be good hitters because you usually have your best athletes out there pitching. And this case is no exception. Abbies have got 4 kids, all who can pitch remarkably well. Andrew, Cale, John, and Kyle. And that's the top 4 batters in their batting order. Hey, Steve's taking a page out of Cale's book there, knows he's ahead in the count, and throws a curveball outside. Cale didn't bite. Goes back with the same pitch, but this time the umpire thinks it caught the corner and rings him up. That brings the catcher, John Power, up to bat. And he hits a grounder right to all-star shortstop Adrian Deo, who short hops the ball to the first baseman, but first baseman Grant Ridgeway scoops it up in time to get the out. And Kyle, tell him up to bat. He's had a good day at the plate today, if I recall. Sacrifice fly in the first inning and a nice little hit in his second at bat. He looks at a ball up and away. Counts 1-0. Steve sure hit a spot there with that pitch. Counts 1-1. Oh, that was a very nice sideways curve. Just curled in around the back of the plate. Umpire called it a strike 1 and 2. Steve's thrown some great pitches this inning, folks. Oh, on the inside corner. He worked that at bat beautifully. Tough at bat for Kyle. He shouldn't take it too hard. Well, we're just about the end of the game, the top of the 6th inning. Abbies leading 4-2. If they can hold PMBA to 1 run or less this inning, they won't need their last at bats, and they will have won back-to-back. Back-to-back-to-back, I believe, actually.
Back? Can they hear us on that?
So I'm joined in my broadcast booth here by a young player from my house league team. Riley Wilson didn't realize the mic was live, so he's on to it now. Cale continues to pitch well. He's pitching into the 6th inning. He's 1-1. And on the outside corner, this is, we had a classic confrontation last inning. Pitcher against pitcher, and we're renewing that the other way around. And Cale is certainly showing Steve that he's learned how to place pitches just as well as Steve placed them on Kyle last inning. Well, that ball was a bit inside. I'm surprised the catcher's not appealing down to first, but I suspect Steve didn't go in any event. Well, that ball is out of play. Didn't elect no kids were hit. Ball is quickly back into play. So I'm guessing no one was hurt. Well, Steve's certainly battling in there. A couple of foul balls in a row to stay alive. This is a classic opportunity here, heart of the order for PMBA in a time when they need it. And there's a sharp liner right back to the mound. I think the plate umpire called him out, but in any event, pitcher makes it certain. and gets the ball over to first in case it was a trap as opposed to a catch. That's good heads-up baseball by the pitcher. Interesting sidebar to this game. Andrew and Kyle have been in the championship game every year in their Little League career. They won it as 9-year-olds with a team called Safe and Secure, lost it as 10-year-olds with Safe and Secure. Won last year and are on the verge, as they say, today. Cale's ahead of this batter 1-2. And there it is. Strike 3, PMBA down to their last out of the season. PMBA should be proud of their season. They finished first in the regular season. They'll get the President's Cup for that. And it's been an exciting game so far. Cale hits the bottom outside corner there, the well-placed pitch, strike 1. He can continue his location like the way he has been all game. PMBA doesn't have much of a chance. Just missed a bit outside, 1-1. And Adrian makes contact, hits it over to the human vacuum cleaner at first, but the ball gets past the first baseman, and PMBA's season is extended. Tying run at the plate. That's a bit outside. Runner at first takes a bit of a lead, but he's not thinking of going anywhere quite yet. This is the importance of having a strong-armed catcher behind the plate. It takes the running game away. And PMBA knows that John can get that ball down to shortstop, and shortstop can make the tag at second base, so it takes the run away. Counts 2-0, and PMB takes its offensive timeout for this inning. Certainly no time like the present down to their last out.
I'm going to watch and see if they can get one more out and win the game. I'm going to watch we get a token. We run up.
Strike 1, counts 2-1 to the batter. Fade inside, 3 balls. Oh, ball 4 apparently. Two-away, runners on first and second. Winning run at the plate. Tying run on first. Up steps Chris Klassen. Chris was hitting cleanup earlier in the season, so this is definitely within PMBA's reach to get the hit to tie this game. Nice pitch by Cale on the inside corner. Strike 1. There is a wild pitch. The runners move up to third and second respectively. Catcher appeals down to third base. And the umpire at third says no swing. It's a good appeal by the catcher. That was close. It could have gone either way. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. First base is open. So Abbies can be careful. They're not going to groove anything here. They'd rather walk this batter than give him the opportunity of winning the game. or tying the game in any event. Two strikes on the batter now. Could be this pitch. And it is. Strike three swinging. Chris, way to go. Good at least to swing. And an excellent game, an excellent win for Abbies. But a close game and a well-played game, so congratulations go to both players, both teams. And congratulations, Abbies, on back-to-back playoff championships. It's a tough time for the PMBA players right now. 11 and 12-year-olds start to get a little bit intense, and they'll be a little bit sad today, but they should know they did play a good game today and they had a great season. We've got nothing to be ashamed of.